Right, there you have it, Phenom Joshua, bringing us more details about this resurfaced violence in Mangu. And Theophilus, what beats the imaginations of many is that there is a curfew. This particular cycle of violence was said to have occurred on Tuesday night, and that was the window when a 24-hour curfew was imposed by the governor. And there's been so many allegations and counter-allegations about the role of security agencies once again in the spotlight, with accusations of bias and the like. And as you have heard, of course, we've all been following, this bloody incident, communal clashes spiraling quickly to religious clashes.
My question is, why are we having this sort of situation in Plateau State? Not just in Plateau State, not in some other parts of the country, but majorly in Plateau State, in Mangu local government. Why are we killing ourselves? Why are we making bloodshed a thing that is an everyday occurrence? We do not actually need this kind of situations, for me, because like I felt empathy when the woman said, when the story about the woman that just gave birth.
Yes.
Yeah, and the hospital in which she gave birth in was under attack as well. Imagine the lives that would have been lost, and she just escaped by whiskers. And imagine that man who was shot and taken to the hospital.
And just imagine the condition that she would be in.
Yes.
Both the baby, a day-old baby, and even a woman who just, recently delivered,
mentally
still fresh.
And all of that.
Absolutely.
She won't be able to be in the right frame of mind to take care of that child, or even to provide food for that child. It's quite disheartening that we are seeing this kind of situation. Plateau State has been in the news for so many killings, so many reasons, and it's more than high time that something really drastic is done about this situation. I understand the fact that we have security operatives there and they're actually trying to do their jobs and all of that, but we need more efforts in these kinds of situations. We need security experts, security operatives to, put on their best and do the needful, because before we know it, Mangu will just be like a ghost town. Nobody will want to go there. Before you know it, it will get to the whole of Plateau State, because when you go out of Nigeria, or you're talking to some people who have not even gone out of Lagos, they have this mindset that Plateau State is in flames. Nobody will actually believe that. They don't want to believe that it is one local government or the other. But we need to really solve this problem head on, so we don't have these kinds of situations again, because it would be nice if this happens again and spirals into other states.
As has been said, Theophilus, there's so much before the governor now, and security, just like when you look at the larger picture, Nigeria and the Nigerian nation, security is paramount, for residents. And in Plateau State, it is pretty much obvious that, Governor Caleb has a big task, before him on how he can. This is a puzzle that, even his predecessors have battled with. And, yet again, it's rearing its ugly head in his administration. And it's a pretty new administration, so to speak. And, there's so much. Yesterday, we gave this topic, fair treatment, speaking with an analyst, a security analyst on the ground, who said that from what he has seen, the security agencies, have been very professional in their work. But of course, he also made room for the fact that there could be some bad eggs, because the narrative being, peddled out there is that there are sections of Mangu where the curfew is in place, and there are sections where the curfew is not in place. And by the way, the governor imposed a curfew in the entire local government. Where is this coming from? Who do the people turn to now, for investigation and for protection? Most of the victims, about 30 or so victims, are said to be women and children. And so where is and the story even goes on to say that they had run to the house of a community leader, hoping that perhaps when the marauders would come, they would, back out. But it was even there in that seeming refuge that they were attacked. And it just goes on and on and on, despite the efforts of, well-meaning individuals in the state, including the government. There just seem to be peace being very elusive. And more and more people are saying that perhaps this is the time now more than ever for the people to talk to themselves. You've been living together for this long, Muslims and Christians. Someone was saying that there are more Christians and there are more Muslims in Mangu than
Christians.
And then we all hear the Muslim community will say there is no house of a Muslim still standing, mosques are being destroyed. The Christian community is also saying the same thing, that they also have their own a share of losses. And you just wonder, how then do we get out of this this problem that we have on our hands?
This division doesn't make us Nigerian. It doesn't make us unify and bring out the needed development in the country or in the states that we're in. So it's like you have said, people will try to bring some religious coloration into it, but we do not actually need it. We don't need it. We don't need to have those colorations come up. No, it's a war. It's a fight that we all need to come together and fight. There's a common enemy here.
Absolutely.
And we need to fight this common enemy so that there can be peace in Mangu.
Once and for all. All right, Theophilus, so let's just quickly bring up some more news. We hope for cheering news from Plateau State in the coming days, and, for peace to indeed be the order of